Hi everybody and welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. It's been a while since I last recorded. I've been busy, but now I'm back here again and I have hot chocolate and I have cigarettes and I have Betrayal at Krondor and I have you guys. What more can I ask for? This actually, so forgive me if I seem a bit disorientated in the next video or two. Yeah, even more so than usual. But I think it was a good time to take a longer break because we're actually very close to Krondor now, if I'm not completely mistaken. Yeah, we're down here and that's Krondor. So we made our way all the way back from up here. I'm just doing a bit of a recap, mostly for myself. Hope you don't mind. And we've been in this area here. We've also been to most of the forest. Which was nice because we found good loots there, and we missed out on a couple of places like Eggley and Tanner, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if we've been to Sarth. I think so. But that's not too bad. First because you don't need to be that thorough. It's a matter of how good you're doing in the areas you are, and we did fairly well. Unexpectedly so, I would say. Also, this is only the first chapter of many chapters, so there's no reason why we can't venture back there in the future. Obviously, there's no quest log, so I don't know what I might have forgotten, except obviously from bringing Gareth to Krondor. But I do remember that the captain of the guard in Lamut promised a reward for some gems. Then there was the situation with the witch somewhere around here in the forest, and the scorpions, which we kind of ran away from. After which the user called Squidborg called me a knave, which honestly I haven't been called before, so that's new. A dirty knave, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, probably was right. And so pretty much not too many loose threads. We're just going to head into Krondor and see if we can get this over with. Taking Goreth there, that is. Yeah, obviously I've started uploading by now. Wait a second. I don't. Well, what time is it? In game, I mean. Can I? Okay, exit. Yeah, and I'm really happy about the feedback I've gotten from you guys. I'm honestly really no, that's not how I see that. I'm honestly really surprised at how many of you are interested in this LP, and I'm glad about it. Obviously, a lot of people remained loyal to the channel, which also is a pleasant surprise. I'm really grateful for that. And also there's a couple of new people. Well, it's just Dawn, alright. There's a couple of new people to the channel and to the LP, and of course, welcome one and all. Happy you be here, and I hope that you have fun. Oh, where do we need to go? Yeah, thanks for everyone who's been giving helpful advice. I think we need to go here. And most of all, I've probably forgotten already, but there's some things that I'm really happy you guys pointed out to me. For example, one user pointed out that that spell that Owen got, that I thought had just disappeared from his spell list, hasn't disappeared. He has learned it. It's just that he needs a certain item in his inventory to use it. And I don't know what item, which is good. Nobody spoiled it for me. But I'm going to keep a lookout for that. And some other things. The path turned. After a few minutes of traveling, the road bed began to slope towards the sea, leading eventually through a pair of iron gates and into the majestic seat of the principality. Krondor, Locklear said with a sigh that seemed to indicate both relief and concern. If assassins have been sent against us, it seems a safe bet they'll be lying in wait for us between here and the palace. What's your guess, Goreth? Will we go in or not? Okay, apparently Goreth is calling the shot now, without a further word. But yeah, we arrived in Krondor. Good for us. I assume, obviously, the game's going to be over now. Gulls wheeled in the skies over the capital of the Western Realm, weaving daring circles about the parapets of the palace, narrowly avoiding the prince's standards which fluttered in the salty breeze. Below, the city folk of Krondor took little notice of the majestic display as they hurried about their own affairs. Alright, there's a shop, and there's the palace, where we obviously need to go. Then there's another shop here, and an inn. And as far as I can tell, that's pretty much everything there is. You just need to hover about them a couple of times so you don't forget anything. Yeah, and I don't really remember what exactly I have in my inventory, but it can't hurt to visit the shop. Gareth snorted. He was Russian, right? Yeah, my elves were Russian, I think. Yeah, the gnomes were German, the elves were Russian. And the dwarves obviously are Scottish, nothing I can do about that. The market district in Krondor? I don't know if that's Russian. He said, containing his amusement. Why don't we just take all of our possessions and give them away instead? The mockers stink as porridge in there, and the local merchants hike up the prices accordingly. We'd be better off buying outside of the city. Nobody asked you, Gareth. Okay. Oh, even though Gareth doesn't agree, we can still enter here. Oh, and they repair stuff. That might be handy. Okie dokie. We do have something to sell. These swords. Do you take them? 46 sovereigns? Okay, let's see if we... That's just a regular... Oh, it's a two-handed broadsword. Alright. That as well? Yeah, it is, but... Yeah, he already has one of those. And you have... No? Why did he think about discarding his broadsword? Get it together, Locklear. Okay, that's obviously better than two-handed broadsword, and you have your staff and can't use anything else, and armor-wise we're good, we just need some repairs. Actually, can we do that while we're here in the shop so we don't... We can! Very good. We also might want to repair those so we can ask a little more for them. Wasn't as bad as he thought, okay. Hammers? No, you don't. You suck at repairing anyway, but I'm going to change that. 92. I think we're going to... Didn't I? Oh, alright. How many charges? 27, alright. I don't know if that's 27 hammers, or if that's a hammer that have 27 charges left. It's like with those shells, I don't know. I originally thought that was the number of shells that... Do we have any so I can demonstrate? No. The number of shells that it was indicating. Here, there we go. But it's actually just one shell with a value of 82 or something. There we go. Oh, and you suck at this. Can you have... Yeah, let's have Gareth repair that. It's going to be a lot better, I think. It is as bad as you think, and worse. It's a... Oh, never mind. Yeah, just saw something. This here. Arthur finds Icer. Magic treatment of blade. Okay, so that's not the object we're looking for. That might... that's not that. That's just buffs for weapons. What I'm looking for, obviously, is... that's the poison. Yeah, we got a lot of weapon buffs. I should use them. It's this. Brooch. That's probably not it either. Yeah, it's just for selling, I guess. Also, he would have been able to cast the spell because he has it in his inventory. I don't want to sell anything that looks ominous enough that it might be the aforementioned. Shovel's good, rope good. Could use another rope, I think. It's just 5 uses and... Well, anyway. Oh, that's nice. The armor here. Yuliliko armor. Ooh. Yes, nice stuff. Great tower plate. It's also very nice. But that's exactly what Gareth has, with the exception that his is magical. So you can see what lucky break that was to get it. It's worth 875. That's so much. He's got armor's hammers and he's got Oh good, he's got everything we need. So let's sell things. Are going to sell those swords for a really good price. Yeah, money isn't going to be a problem anymore, I think. Not in the near future. Keeping the whetstones. What will you give me for that? 17, so that's good. Although, does that work? No, it doesn't. Does that work? No. Does it maybe only work on magical swords? No, it doesn't. I'm still not going to sell it. We don't need the money and any poisoned rations we want to sell. Irregular rations, irregular rations. Why is Owen hogging all the rations? I don't know. Okay, what else can we sell? This shell here, that we can sell. 2 sovereigns, well, it all works. It's all money. We have enough shovels. Don't want to sell any of the buff stuff. This brooch we're going to sell. That's a lot of money. We're almost at 500 now. How's the torch situation? 1, so not good. We need a torch. It's actually really awkward that we only have 1 charge for that torch, or 1 torch, or whatever it is. The berries, I think, are an antidote. Silverthorn antivenom, yeah. Good. You anything? No. Nope. But it's not like we need the money anymore. So, I think we don't need any ammo. We are going to buy another whetstone. It's not, we don't need to haggle. We're going to buy another rope as well. And we don't need the brooch. We do want to buy... Oh, there were torches, alright. Also we're going to buy another hammer. Can't hurt, we're cluttering our inventory, but we can always sell them back. Okie dokie. And here we go. Might as well buy another one. Why not? We got some spending money, that's alright. Delicious hot chocolate, delicious. Okay, do you repair? Yes, you do. Shopkeeper whistled, cringing at the sound. Luckily, I glanced up to see what bargain the keeper wished to call their attention to, but instead it seemed the man was calling to someone else. Didn't mean to startle you, the man said. Just trying to find my mender is still about today. You have a tinker in your employ? Oh, I think we already had that dialogue. Yes, speak to the tinker. I would like you to repair Owen's armor because it's in a horrible condition. 150? No, thank you. Thank you, no. What do you want for that? 57? No, that's just... No, that's not worth it. Not at all. 6 sovereigns, yeah, why not? We didn't really need that, but I wanted to do something now. So what's that other shop? Yes, I know Owen! That was... Both Owen and Gorath are just being hipsters and don't want to sell in the market district in Krondor. Oh no. That's so last era. You don't do anything except for buying and selling. Ah, don't tempt me. Amulet of the Upright Man. See, the really vexing thing is that now I can afford those. I'm really tempted to just bring most of my money on something like that. What does it even do? Thieves. Oh, okay. So that's for lockpicking. That we could afford. Cast spells to lighten darkened room. That's a useful utility thing, but not worth the money, even though it's not really that expensive. Virtue key. We're only made for chastity belts, okay. But in the last 100 years or so, they've expanded to use the design. This lock will open. The lock this will open protect Very valuable things. Okay. I still don't exactly know how the keys work. Oh yeah, the Elithel, the Morathel, and the Glamorthel. It has been pointed out to me, and I think I mentioned it, but I'm not sure. It has been pointed out to me by a useful user that what I said at the beginning of the LP, that the Morathel, that the elves are evil in this setting, it's not true. Only the Morathel, who are kind of like the tribal dark elves, they are evil. The others aren't, at least not necessarily, as well as the Morathel, as seen by Gorath, aren't necessarily evil. I think I corrected myself at some point, but if not, I'm doing it now. Ring of the Golden Way. Okay, so it warms when someone moves, so that's probably for... yeah, you know what. I forget the word of it. It's like, not security, obviously, but not scouting, or maybe scouting, I don't know. I know what it's for, awareness and stuff like that. Maybe it's even called awareness. And let's swing by the inn. While we're here, we don't need to rest, but never hurts. Unaware until he stepped into the room that he had been chilled, luckily was glad to have the solid oaken door of the room closed behind him. Others within seemed likewise contented as they chatted quietly among themselves, taking little notice of the new arrivals. Good, because we're incognito. The barmaid, the innkeeper... We are going to play that lute, you know it. Who are you? Luckily motioned to the figure across the room. The man walked over to join them. He stood before them, eyebrows arched inquisitively. It's Nivek. What's wrong with his eyes? That's horrible. I don't know if it's just the graphics or... and his nose! Oh, never mind. Senior Locklear, good to see you. Interesting news. Interesting news. Nivek, you old rascal. Got you used to the grapevine again, eh? What is it this time? It's something about the way Locklear speaks, and I know this is a relatively old game, but not that old. It just reminds me... he talks like somebody from the 50s or something like that. I've been to see Nia at the Sixth Tone near Sethanon. I can't really talk about it right now. Why don't you come back later and see me? We will, good friend. Take care. How about now? Interesting news. Where is it this time? Oh, later in this game actually is later. Good to know. Who are you? Oh yeah, it's about the failed love affair. Yeah. And gone. Barmaid. Everybody gets some ale. I think we deserved it. Still, I don't know if that does anything, or if we just... if anything happens if we just drink a lot of it, but I think everybody deserves ale. Also, how's our ration situation? How do you look at this? Good, but it could be better. Basically, okay, he's got... well, if on average everybody's 20, that's 20 days, so that's more than enough, but I'm still going to buy one pack more. Okay, yeah, sure, why not? Owen, you know what to do. Let's get this party started. Okay, we're getting thrown out again. Very nice. Oh yeah, right, there's a sewer too. The ubiquitous sewer level. Anyway, let's go to the palace. Luckily I made a face as he shook the bars. He made a face. He didn't grimace or anything or scowl, no, he makes a face. For all the troubles he had been through to get them all alive to Krondor, the locked palace gate simply added insult to injury. Calling out to the gatemaster angrily, he pounded the hilt of his sword against the portcullis. Stirred by the racket, the young man, liveried in the colors of the Krondorian lancers, strode out of his watchhouse and squinted at them, snapping up his bardiche or bardic, I don't know, which leaned against the interior wall. Would you get this gate open, please? Locklear said. We have business with the prince. Really important, you know. Can't help you, senor, the guard replied. The gate mechanism's broken. Has been since 3 nights ago. Unless you and your companions have a mind of climbing the walls, there won't be any getting through here until we can find the planes for the pod colonists. The castle engineers absolutely live it. No wonder. Luckily, you accepted the news with irritation, but knew of nothing else that could be done. Could you go and get Prince Arutha for me then? It's a rather urgent matter. Again, the guard shook his head. He's meeting with Pug of Stardock and some Tsirani fellow named Makala. Gave explicit instructions he wasn't to be disturbed unless the castle was burning down around their ears. Could you at least find Senor James? The guard cut him off with a shake of his shaggy head. I almost thought it was beard. Been missing for 2 days. No one knows quite where he's off to, but you know how James can be. I don't know, but... no. Locklear nodded. All too well. My bump of trouble tells me he's looking for whoever sabotaged the gate. Your bump of trouble. What the hell is that a euphemism for? Your bump of trouble. Dear God, Locklear, you're so weird. Sabotaged? The guard looked puzzled, as if the thought hadn't occurred to him. Why would anyone do that? I'm not sure, but if thought occurs to me, I can guarantee that it has occurred to Senor James. Resheathing his sword, which is another euphemism for something, Locklear bid the guard farewell and motioned for his companions to follow him. I have a feeling that the only way to solve both our problems is by going through the sewers, of course, that lead beneath the city. Locklear whispered, hurrying them to the northern gate. There is a secret passage that will lead us into the palace, and I also suspect that we may bump into Senor James down there as well. And if I know about something, I know about bumps. Yes, sirree. Alright, this is a bit odd. I mean, it's not surprising. This is kind of a top-user games that you want to go to a palace where you expect is the end of a quest and then you're not let in, but usually it's not as simple as the god saying, usually you're forbidden for some reason or some emergency happened, but here it's just, oh, well, the gate's broke. Since 3 days it's been broke. We don't really know what's up. And they didn't even think twice about it. It's kind of weird. But ah well. So we're going through the sewers. There we go. Locklear led the way down. Twice he nearly lost his footing on the treacherous climb, but at last they arrived safely on a precipice of rock just below the northern gate. Too thick to allow a determined effort at entry, the door was probably set over the sewer entrance to prevent odors from offending visitors passing through the northern gate. Is there anything? Okay, there's something. Sometimes you get this looking glass, or this magnifying glass, and there's something else. Was there something hidden in the hole? Let's find out. Yes, 5 sovereigns. Let's get in here. Locklear pulled the door open. Immediately he was overwhelmed by the stench of the sewers and looked back to Goreth for his advice. It smells awful down here. Are you sure you're ready to go in? Yes, Goreth is sure. The reeking blackness. That's us in the sewers. Our armor craftability has increased. Okay. Well, it's pitch black, so I'm happy we bought those torches. Good. Alright. First of all, taking a look at the map here, just so I can note that we come from the south. In case I got lost. Somebody also mentioned that there is a way to rotate the map. Which might be handy, but the person also mentioned that it was a real pain in the ass to do. And also, I don't even remember how he said it was done. So I guess...
Who goes there?
Who goes there? Okay, we got a Cockney person. A figure moved in the tunnel. Seemingly having appeared from nowhere, a young boy halted them before they could move any further ahead. Lim, which is a nice name. Oh, be you, and what will you do in the Thief's Highway? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that accent, I suck at it. I just have to. So, Thief's Highway. Some sort of Thieves Guild down here? Something? I be Senor Locklear and I do whatever I will in the Prince's sewers. I was born in those sewers, I was raised in those sewers, and I will goddamn do whatever I want in those sewers. If you're half as intelligent as me, no, as you seem, then I would advise you step out of our way. Fast with the blade I am. Step any further and I'll do you. I'll do you, I will. You do us. This game. Please don't, little boy. We could get in serious trouble for that. The only thing you will do, my young friend, is... Oh, you will do, my young friend, is die an unfortunate death at the point of my sword. I used to spar with Jimmy the Hand, and have faster blade than he. You still wish to cross me? Who the hell is Jimmy the Hand? Jimmy the Hand is a legend, sire. Next to you be telling me you've lain with the Empress Lakeisha of Cash. I advise you to be nice, like. However, cause I got 5 blokes waiting and let it down to make sure nothing happens to me, see? I don't suppose you come on behalf of Senor James, have ya? Oh god, I'm sorry. Senor James? Then you don't? Well, perhaps we have. Alright then, on to the tracks. Or tax, whatever. If he didn't send you, he'll be answering to the upright man and not me, so I wash my hands of it. Just watch your steps down here, as there's a bit of trouble going on down here. G'day! Switching to Australian at the end. Wait, we don't know our way around here. I look like a bloody page to you. I've got affairs of my own, what's it got to do? Just answer a few questions. Right then, so long as you don't ask me anything what might get me in hots with the Night Master, what you want to know? Picklocks? You wouldn't happen to have an extra set of picklocks laying about, would you? First thing Lockie thinks of course. Could be I would. Oh, it depends on what you've got to offer me now, wouldn't it? Now I'm just dropping every consonant, which is the same as Cockney. How about a royal pardon the next time you end up in the hands of the city guard? Oh, that would be very nice. How about the Prince's Palace while you're about it? I have to be cockle-headed and 3 pence short to buy on pip what you like to just told. No quicker than you're out of the highway, you'd have forgotten it in a mock a minute. You'll have to do better. How about gold? That's the language. 25 gold sovereigns. Take it or leave it. Yeah, we're going to take them. Then you'll not mind my not handing over the picklocks until I have the money, will ya? What's fair, innit? Okay. Goodbye. I'll be off now, as I've got business with the upright man and the chimney sweep. You'll have to come in and tell me more of your fables about Jimmy the Ant. Oh yeah, thanks for nothing. We were still going to hug the left wall. Don't care if you said something about the upright man and, you know... The upright man's probably some sort of Thieves Guild executive. I don't know. Yeah, I have played the game, but I seriously, details like this escape me because it has been a while. I'm also just plain forgetful. Oh, come on. There we go. Again, I apologize for the quasi-Cockney. I just had to. Oh, the voice acting in this game, the little Larrys, it's just hilarious. Gareth yawned. We need rest, he said, looking for a good place to camp in the sewers. If we go much further without sleep, we might not be able to handle any unexpected surprises on the road. Road being sewers. Yeah, well, let's rest. I'm contemplating going back to the inn to do that, but it's not really worth it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. That should be enough. And of course our torches run out. I should have paid attention to that. 3 left. Oh god, good. You have 6 more. Okay, that's good then. Well, I think I'm gonna end it here. since we just rested, and next time at Betrayal at Krondor we're going to make our way through the sewers and the thieves and hopefully arrive at the palace. Well, somewhere useful. Until then, take care of yourselves, be well, and have fun. Bye bye!